So hello everybody. Yeah, welcome to this product management webinar. My name is Hans Rook, product owner at Carerix. Next to me is Bo Stevens, also product owner at Carerix. Before we start, some house rules. This webinar will be around 45 minutes. It will be recorded and distributed to all subscribers to this webinar later on. And yeah, that's the main thing. So and not to forget, question you can ask via the chat in Zoom. All right. Bo.
Yeah, thank you, Hans, for this short introduction. My name is Bo Stevens, also a product owner here at Carerix ever since 2016 already, and shared responsible for the development of the Carerix product. Maybe that's good to mention. It's not just the two of us, but we are with a team of I think 5 product owners now that contribute to the development of the Carerix product. Okay, what are we going to do today? It's a packed program, so that's yeah, we have to spend our time wisely. We will start a bit with a couple of labor market trends, and after that, Hans and I will elaborate on all the solutions Carerix has to offer, what we've been working on the past year, and what you can expect for the future. Next slide. Yes, thank you, Hans. If we're looking at the labor market, then we can say that currently, and that sounds probably familiar to all of you, that we are facing extreme tight labor market. Can also call the candidate market at the moment. It makes it extremely difficult to find the right people for the right jobs. And as I will handle in a couple of facts and figures in a couple of moments, we will see that there are more vacancies than there are people, so to say. But that means that the good news is that there's a lot of work for you as a recruitment agency. What can be a challenge is that open vacancies for recruiters are also hard to fill, so you get to do more work with the same amount of people probably, and that's a challenge. If we look at the labor market trends, at least in the Netherlands, then we see that there is the labor market is extremely tight. And at the moment, in the second quarter of this year, we see that there is a shortage of manpower of 33.6%. And shortage of manpower is considered one of the main impediments to businesses. So, yeah, if you can't find the people to do the work, it will be hard to fulfill all your targets and goals. At the same time, there is a record low unemployment rate here. And though the figures are for the Netherlands, they are comparable for the surrounding countries. So 3.3% unemployment rate, that's very low. So there's also, we have a lot of vacancies, but not so many people that can fulfill them. So that's also in the figures, you can see it, that we have like a record high number of open vacancies. 467,000 in the second quarter of 2022, and over the year it probably is provisioned to be 1.2, 1.3 million, which is extremely high. If you look at the sourcing pressure, it's with sourcing pressure we mean how often an individual is being approached to switch jobs. We see that for nearly 38%, it holds that they are contacted at least once in a quarter, and that's an average. There are niche markets where this number is much higher, and we all know the examples of people that even step off LinkedIn, for example, because they get tired of all the requests they get from recruiters if they are open to switch jobs. This also means something for how you should approach your audience, your candidates. And that's also one of the factors that plays a role there is the labor market activity, as we see that only 11.5% is openly looking for a new job. It is not a too high number. But we see also that there is like 46% of people is latently looking for a new job. So they are not very active, but they might be willing to make a switch. And that means something for how you should approach those candidates, of course. Well, those are all hooks we want to step into in the next 30 minutes of this presentation. I think good to mention, Hans, is that it's not all bad, not all a bad thing. I mean, also the turnover figures and the profits in the sector are looking good. But yeah, quality of sourcing is more important than ever before, and digitalizing and automation. Sorry, I'm looking for the right word. Digitalizing and automation is crucial for you as a business, and those are the topics Hans and I will elaborate on for the next 30 minutes.
Yes. So yeah, don't worry, be happy. I mean, there is it's hard to find candidates, and it's also hard to find colleagues, recruiters to find those candidates. But there's also a lot of work to do, and it's also a fact that recruitment or staffing agencies are growing, and the figures are pretty nice. So I mean, that's also a positive side of this market that we are in right now, of course. So the first topics we want to discuss is automated sourcing and matching. And we're gonna demo as much as possible to just help you have a feeling of what tools you could use with Carerix to perform better, to work smarter, to find candidates easier. First is search and match. So, well, we can divide this into three solutions, I guess. First one is manual searching, the second is assisted, and the third is automated matching. Then, of course, you can search over your own database, or you can search over external databases. First, manual search. Well, you all must know it, I guess. It's the standard search lines in Carerix. You can do a lot with those. You can select and save your search lines, use search criteria and filters. So this screenshot is an example of that. And it brings you quickly to the candidates you want to find. Second, assisted matching. So the use of matching technology that searches the candidate on the right criteria for you. We've got different solutions integrated in Carerix on this assisted matching, which are Textkernel, Autonomy, and the Matchbox. So what assisted matching means is when you open a job order, you go to the assistant matching tool, you directly get a short list of the best matches based on criteria that are stated in the vacancy, but also, of course, items in the CV of the candidate. I will go over this and highlight it. We don't have time to get into the details of all different tools and the differences between those tools. Of course, if you want to have a demo, or if you want to find out more about these different tools, please reach out to us or to your customer success manager. These are screenshots of Autonomy as the assisted matching tool, and these are screenshots of the Matchbox assisted matching tool. And Autonomy and also the Matchbox also offer automated matching. So what's the difference? Well, with automated matching, the candidates that are found are directly matched. So a real match is created into your system. For example, match phase 1.4 automated matches found by Autonomy. You can define yourself on which vacancies you want the engine to start automating those matching. And with this tool, you'll never, or with this feature or solution, however you want to call it, you will never miss a candidate, because, well, the engine will be running every day, all day. So if a colleague, if you search for on a specific vacancy today, and tomorrow a colleague will talk to a candidate and insert that candidate to the system, well, your automated matching tool will find that candidate and bring it to you. About vacancies, not searching for candidates, but searching for vacancies. We've got the Job Digger vacancy database integrated, and it's also connected to those search and match tools, specifically the Matchbox. And then searching over different databases, so not your own Carerix database, but external databases. Tools like Recruit Robin offer you a solution for that. It automatically searches over external sources like LinkedIn, Jobbird. I know these are mainly Dutch sources. I guess LinkedIn will work for everybody. And another tool that is fully integrated is Candido, which also searches over LinkedIn and Indeed, and a couple of Dutch sources. Candido is then again integrated with the Matchbox and Autonomy, and we see these solutions working together and creating use cases or flows that helps you from the beginning of the automated matching until the communication with your candidate. And this is a case, this end-to-end flow I just described. So it starts with automated matching, shortlist is created, selection is done by a recruiter, then you can start communication via the WhatsApp chatbot, reaching out to that candidate if he has interest in your vacancy. If candidate accepts that, then you can follow up with asking the candidate to go to a certain web page where after auto login, he can find his details and enhance his profile by killer questions or specific desires or tasks or things he can do. Anyways, also a possibility on that web page is to create or to choose a time slot for the intake with the recruiter. So in this step 1 till 7, you don't even have to be involved as a recruiter if you would automate it all steps. But to be honest, most of our customers will use step 2 as a selection, and you don't want to really 100% rely on the automated matches. You want to have a quick glance at those selections, at those created matches before you reach out to those candidates. So WhatsApp is mentioned, and it's a very important part of reaching out to customers or candidates, of course. Well, everybody knows that. And we have integrated WhatsApp for Business fully in our Carerix system. You can work with one WhatsApp business inbox in Carerix, where all communications with all candidates or contacts are present. You can take over conversations from your colleagues, have insights in those, and you can use WhatsApp chatbot functionality to automate processes. For example, in bulk, ask candidates about their availability, or ask them for GDPR consensus, or just notify them on certain vacancies. This is a screenshot of that WhatsApp inbox, the smart recruiter smart inbox. Yes, and this inbox is also available for your phone. So next to your WhatsApp, your personal WhatsApp on your phone, you can also have the smart inbox on your phone, and you can keep on chatting with your candidates from your WhatsApp business account, which is very nice, I think. I wanted to also mention or show the LinkedIn Recruiter Seat. You might know our social browser that works with Xing, LinkedIn, and VDAB. We also offer the LinkedIn Recruiter Seat, the Simple Recruiter, and the Simple Recruiter solution works with the Recruiter Seat. So if you use LinkedIn Recruiter Seat, you can use Simple Recruiters to insert or update candidates. Then, and I don't know how it's with the time, but I think I should talk faster, even faster.
It's fine.
Yeah. Second topic, automations and integrations. I'm gonna cover this topic by just showing examples, and because automations is a container concept, and I'm not sure if that's a correct English phrase, but you can cover a lot in automation. So I'm just going to go over features and tools that we have present in Carerix. First one is trigger events and actions. To update data in Carerix, to start communication, or to, and you can use it also in with advanced qualifiers. Most admins have seen or use the triggers. They are on the left side section of your Carerix system. But next to these triggers, we have developed quite a few other automations by our development team, which has a known product owner, Rosanne. And so automation is a big topic for Carerix this year and also next year. I'll share some cases, some use flows, use cases on those automations. So first one is the automatic closing of all matches when a vacancy is filled. Because of the one-to-one relation with our own users, we use this automation flow if you want to have a one-to-many relation. So you have one vacancy, you close, and you want to then change the match status of many matches. And with this automation, you can do that. So if you have filled your vacancy, you automatically change the matches that are still open, and you can define which should that be, of course, which matches you want to be changed, and you can change them to a certain phase. Second, automated restart publication on your own website. So if you are used to regularly update your publication because you want your vacancy to every month be on top of your vacancies on your own website, yeah, it might be a bit of a hassle because every month you have to go over and change your publications again. Well, we automated this process, so now it looks at, okay, end date is coming in one day, then we create a new start date and a new end date, and this will continue to work, well, until you change the status of the publications. Of course, it won't continue to be on your website forever if you don't want to. And another automation is the automation between LinkedIn campaigns and matches in Carerix. So if you use LinkedIn campaigns for basically advertising your vacancies and finding leads or candidates for those vacancies, you can now connect LinkedIn campaigns and have responses via the LinkedIn campaign forms, be inserted in your Carerix system as a match with a certain match phase, of course. Then to paint a full picture, we see customers also building end-to-end connections between automated matching, well, the matching at where it starts, automated matching. In this case, communication via Djibouti, profile enrichment or scheduling via a portal, a web page, and when candidate is placed or when candidate is in a certain match phase, the handover will be done to mid or back office software. And where in the mid office contracts might be created, or placements, or timesheet, or time writing is done. And another form of automations are the web pages I mentioned now a few times, and these web pages can be used for different topics, but main main things are campaigns with specific application pages, profile arrangement, and appointment planner between recruiter or candidate. We build these pages on our Mingo platform, and it's very flexible, so customizing of brand and theming and changing texts or fields, or maybe custom fields which you have in your Carerix, it's pretty easy to do. And this is a screenshot of the professional portal in this case. Currently, we're working on the migration of all portals 1.0 to the new 2.0 customers, which have improved look and feel, more flexible platform, future-proof. Okay, and this screenshot or this slide is about mid and back office providers where we connect to. I know this is mainly Dutch systems, and also I think Achille is especially active in the Netherlands. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Hans. Have a sip on your water. It was a long shot, yeah, I think. Long shot of talking.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll take over from here, and I want to talk a little bit about recruitment marketing or recruitment marketing automation. That's not necessarily something new, of course. We see over the course of the last years already that the recruiter as a person is becoming more and more a person that also has a background in marketing, and there is also a need to approach the traditional recruiting of people from a more marketing perspective. And especially in the current market where I just mentioned before the sourcing pressure and well, there is a pretty big share of people that not actively is not looking actively to switch jobs, and they need a different approach than those people that are available. Because yeah, especially in this market where people get invites for connections or even plain job proposals from recruiters, like some people have that every day, it becomes annoying. And in this sense, engagement is key. So you have to engage your candidate pool to make them hot for to work with you. So you create awareness, consideration, and interest, and in the end, you hope to find a successful hire. So recruitment marketing automation should help you in the end eventually get higher quality hires. Yeah, so we are connecting with SharpSpring and HubSpot as recruitment marketing tools. We do that together with two partners, Up in Business and Send to Deliver. And those marketing automation tools have an integrated workflow in Carerix. Well, basically they sync candidates and contacts from Carerix to those tools. So you can have on-point email marketing in place. You can build workflows that allow you to, well, automatically get in touch or manually. I will handle a couple of cases in a few moments. But key is that you approach them on with the right information on the right time. And by doing so, increasing the engagement, of course. Well, schematically, how does such flow look like? A bit like this. It's a bit of a technical image, but you can tell that you have like, you define particular touch points. In what cases do you want to get in touch with your candidates or contacts? Send them an email, send them a white paper to download, for example, or send them other content that should increase the engagement for those candidates. And well, I think it speaks for itself that this is definitely something that's tailor-made. So if you want to work with a marketing automation tool, you will you will have to consult with one of our consultants to talk about how your workflow should look like. This is evidence that there is a HubSpot integration for Carerix. Yeah. So what are particular use cases for recruitment marketing automation tools? Well, there are several degrees, and I think also if you start using marketing automation, that you will not start with the full package at once. You will start at a lower level, and on the way you will expand this workflow building and probably also start automating more. So first step would be that you use the tool. You will sync candidates from Carerix to your marketing automation tool, for example, based on their function group or their status, or both of them. And the second step, you probably would like to start automatically campaigns of emailing them. So in this example, I wrote down, like, if you haven't had contact for 6 months, for example, with a candidate, automatically an email message will be sent out with the question, hey, how are you doing, for example. And the third degree would be that you, that would reflect the image I had on the previous slide, a full flow with different touch points at different times. And in the end, that should generate what we call a lead score. And this lead score indicates how hot the candidate is. So the higher the score, how more likely it is that this candidate will provide you with much quality, and the likelihood of having a successful hire will be bigger. And these lead scores can be synced back into Carerix. So in Carerix, you can filter on them, and in that way find the right candidates to be proposed for the job. Yeah, small technical note. It means that once a day we do this sync back and forth, so candidates and contacts have got updated. You are in control of which candidates and contacts will be synced to the marketing automation tool. That can simply be done, for example, by having a group in Carerix checked. This can be done in bulk, can be done via the API, so there is even more automation or integration possible. And also the lead scores, as already mentioned, they come back once a day from your marketing automation tool to Carerix. Yeah, this is how that can look like. This slide we can skip. So yeah, important to mention SharpSpring and HubSpot. Okay, that brings me to the next topic, a very important one, as we've been working on this for the last year and will be working on it for the next couple of months still. That are the changes that we've done to the Carerix user interface. So we started this journey like a year ago with the goal to have a more modern look and feel for Carerix, to have clearer screens or quieter screens, quieter for the eye, that means, with a more intuitive UI. Fewer clicks, but sometimes also a click more. Let me explain that a little bit. I mean, basically what has changed is the use of colors, the use of icons, ordering and consistency of buttons, for example, throughout the system. We've all picked that up and made changes there to make sure that the interface becomes more user-friendly. One of the most heard forms of feedback we got in the last couple of years about the user interface in Carerix is, wow, you have so many features, so many options, but sometimes it's also a bit overwhelming. And that's also because we have a lot of direct actions. And direct actions are very cool because they enable you to do actions very quickly with one click, but they also make your screen a bit busy, so to say. So we did some usage research after, well, what actions are used most frequently. And some of them have been transferred behind a show more or show less button. Best example for that is, I think, the new email screen and those options to set emails confidential and to delayed sending, for example. It's not widely used. We have customers that use it, but most of them do not use it. And those are also options in, for example, mainstream email clients like Google, Microsoft. They are not available in first sight. So also there you have to make an extra step. And I think in the end, the email screen is in particular an example of a screen that has become much more cleaner, easier for the eye. So that's a big step we set. Well, the same things have been done for basically all wizards in the system. This is the new candidate wizard. They've got a new model window, as we call it. Looks a bit more fresh. Same also for the notifications. We introduced the icons there to give a better indication of okay, what I'm looking at. Is it really a warning, or is it just a notification of an action I am doing at the moment? And also the bottom right pop-up notifications that slide into your screen. When they happen, they've been moved to the center, and they are now using as what we call chips. And they also got color indications. So you have like the blue color for the normal notifications. And if it's a bit more important, you get a red one. So it hopefully attracts more attention from you as a user. The new interface is available for most of you. We are doing a state rollout, as we call it, or controlled release. But at the moment, for most customers, I think 90% of customers, it holds that it is available and you have it. If that's not the case and you would like to have it, please let us know. You can contact your customer success manager or even our support desk and ask to activate it. I have to say we have a lot of a bit bigger customers that we will contact separately to make a plan to make the rollout, as we do not want to disturb the daily operation with a lot of users. Okay, what's then on the roll for the next couple of months? What we still want to do is to make a redesign of the canvas. That's the center part of the screen. Currently, the context bar, the search panel, the overview or detail screen, and the previews, they are more or less separate parts of the screen. And we want to make that more of one piece, as you can see in the screenshot. And what is not in this screenshot, but what we will be picking up in the next couple of months is also the preview. So the previews also still need a redesign. So that's what you can expect in the upcoming months to be changed in the system. I also take a sip of my water before we continue. Because other big topic that we've been working on is the identity and access management handling, so to say. And it also comes with a new login page that I will show you in a moment. Identity and access management, it's about authorization of users and services. And that last one is not in particular important for you as a user, but it is important for our development team because it will enable us to create new services that easily can connect against, authorize against the Carerix platform. But what is in it for you as a user in the end will be that we will have the possibility to use out-of-the-box multi-factor authentication, which will be possible. The password management will change a little bit. We will inform you separately about it. And also session management, which is also a bit more under the hood than it is for you as a user. A session means like if you start to work in Carerix, if you log in, you create a session. The session, for example, will be terminated after a certain amount of time of inactivity, for example, but also if you actively log out. So session management under the hood will change a little bit, but that's not something you should mention from a user perspective. Yeah. So this is what the login screen will look like after you will switch. There is a small part of customers that are currently having it already. There will still be the possibility to use your own image on the right side, but that's quite of a change because currently you have your login screen, which can be used entirely with your own login background. But yeah, all those changes you will be informed how to deal with it. The configuration will be kind of the same for this background image, but it's something to take into account when the switch will be done. Excuse me. Yeah. What also comes with the new identity and access management platform is that we create an easy setup for external identity providers or user federation services, which means that it becomes much less cumbersome to set this up. There will be support for SAML 2.0 and OpenID, and also sign in with Microsoft Authenticator or Google, which currently also already is available, becomes a bit easier as you can set them up yourself as an administrator that is from the system, and there is no interference needed with our support desk, which is currently the case for ADFS and LDAP. So that's also a good thing, I think. We hope to bring this soon in pilot so we can test with a couple of parties, and we will follow up on this soon as it is available. That's it from my side. Hans, please.
Yeah, some last other points of interest. Data source and click dashboards, and also Power BI dashboards. Well, data is of course very important for managing our steering your business. That's the word I was looking for. We already had 6 click dashboards on different topics. We added a 7th click dashboard to that. It's a separate dashboard on the vacancies. And since we currently also offer Power BI dashboards. So if you use Power BI and you want to have a quick start using dashboards which shows you Carerix data on timesheets, on candidates, on placements, or financial info, well, reach out. We can offer you a set of 6 Power BI dashboards which will work out of the box. This is a click screenshot on those, and this is the thing placement dashboard. Yes, and looks similar in Power BI. Of course, there's a difference between Power BI and Click, but the data that is used and the graphs that you see, these are all the same. Then also another topic, very big topic, the improvement of our calendar sync and the improvement of our calendar UI. It's a big topic, and we expect to start pilots in September. We have been working on this for quite a bit now, and still work in progress. It's a pretty complex, but also very cool project to work on, and will bring you functionality. And I see, and excuse me for those slides that were in Dutch. If you want to, I'll make sure they will be translated in the slide deck afterwards. Last and not least, our marketing or customer success team has thought up offer. And to give you a good start this next quarter on 3 different feature and topics or tools, we offer almost 100% discount on the setup cost. So if you want to start with the Simple Recruiter, which is your Chrome browser on LinkedIn recruiter seat, well, you can start without the setup costs, and the same counts for the WhatsApp integration, the WhatsApp inbox, and the WhatsApp for Business inbox, I mean, and also candidate automations, the web pages you can use for profile enrichment, calendar planning, etc. You can start on those without setup. So if you want to know more about that, please reach out to your customer success manager. Almost there. Please note that we have a Carerix Academy, which informs you about different topics. It shows webinars, I think, and of course, you know, both from the release notes, they can also be found on our support pages. Support desk is available to help you out in any case. And everybody has their own customer success manager, which you can reach out to if you have any questions about this webinar, or maybe just in Carerix or about Carerix. Yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to them. That's it. That's the last slide.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for your attendance. I hope this was useful for you, Bo.
Yeah, I hope it's useful. It is of use for you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat. Yeah, I always like to reach out in this way to you guys. I hope you found something useful in this presentation. Again, Hans already mentioned it. If you have any questions, also later on, do not hesitate to contact one of our points of contact, whether it's your customer success manager or the support team. Yeah, thank you also on behalf of me and the marketing team, I think.
I don't see any questions popping up in the chat. So it's either all clear, or maybe this is not the platform to ask those questions. Then if nobody has questions, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you. Enjoy your working day and well, talk to you soon.
See you next time.